FightersRep 5 Unified Strikers, Saturday, February 2nd at the Ames Sportsplex in Seal Beach, California. Tickets now on sale at FightersRep.com. Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, we're here with 13-0 hot prospect AJ McKee. AJ, your last two opponents couldn't even get out the first round. 13-0. It's becoming problematic. Where's this coming from? Where's all this success coming from?
It's coming from my pops, you know. It started with him, first generation, you know, watching him grow up, train Rampage, Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell. I've literally seen my dad beat up and train with almost anybody you could think of, and I would say just the fire in my career is going and getting the recognition that our legacy and our last name McKee deserves, you know, in the fight game. My dad was 8 years undefeated. He was a beast at 155, but dude, he'd fight anyone, you know. So he was back fighting with Prime, Hoist, all of them, you know. They're fighting in gis and wrestling shoes. So I'd say the fire is just coming to, you know, to just be 13-0 undefeated and not have that much recognition, but now being heard, it's fueling me, you know. It's putting that fire to the game.
Heck of a pedigree you've got. I see you guys have family members a year old, 2 years old in here. Is that how you kind of grew up?
Yeah, that's how I started, you know. My little brother Mason was just in the gym, you know, watching. I always wanted to train. My dad would tell me no, so it made me hungry for it, you know. And then once he started to train me, it was like a sponge, you know. You started to soak everything up, and then everyone kind of hits that little flat spot for a second, you know, and then it's back to fire, you know. It's all fireworks now.
At what point did you decide this is what I want to do, or can you even remember that?
It's all I know.
Yeah.
it's really all I know, you know. So I would say just being, I don't know, I was fighting in the alleys, you know, back in high school, back in the day, you know, just running around the streets fighting, you know, being Compton, Long Beach. We were just little terrors, you know. Me and my cousin, we were terrors. We did what we did, you know, but we loved to fight. And that was the thing, you know. You talking smack, well, let's fight.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter where we were. So I would say it was inevitable.
How'd your dad feel about that? You were running around fighting
He didn't like it. He didn't like it, and I told him, I said, well, hey, you have a choice. Let me fight in that cage, or I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
I see.
So man, I think Joey and I had our first amateur before amateur even existed. We were probably like 12, 13.
What?
Yeah, dude, we were young kids fighting. So it's just something we love to do, you know. It's part of us.
Yeah. And where did that happen? Where did that happen? The amateur.
The amateur. See, this is the thing. Before it was amateur.
The pre-puberty amateur.
The pre-pube am. You know, that was when we still had the little peach fuzz.
There you go.
Dude, we used to just go to gyms. We'd go to gyms. It would go from one gym to another gym.
Oh.
And it would be your gym versus our gym. You know, whoever's close in weight, line up, and you guys end up fighting.
And your dad would corner you?
Yeah, my dad would corner me. Sometimes he'd commentate. It would be, I'd just go out there and fight.
Yeah,
I couldn't, you know, I didn't care who was there, what was going on. I'd just go out there and fight, and that was always the fun part. Even with my career now, man, there's some fights I shouldn't have fought.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been out there fighting because I didn't train. It'd be 2 weeks before the fight, and it's my first day of practice.
Yeah.
My dad's like, dude, you're not ready. You're not going to fight. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to fight. And that's just part of being a fighter, you know, facing those deep waters and feeling that deep fight sometimes, you know. That's what every fighter wants.
Yeah.
But now it's being prepared and knowing when that next deep waters of fight comes, I'm going to be prepared, and it's going to be the best time of my life.
Your dad, like you said, you know, undefeated for 8 years, just an absolute beast, but doesn't seem to be getting quite yet the credit that he deserves. You guys have a lot of talent here at the Body Shop, and we're on location here at the Body Shop right now. You're 13-0 now. The proof's kind of in the pudding. What do you think is next for the McKee name? What do you think it's going to take to get the McKee name to where you guys want it to be?
Man, I don't know. Definitely a title shot, you know. Definitely a title shot coming up, you know. A big check, you know. At the end of the day, this is how my family, you know, keeps success in themselves, you know. This is our future, is fighting, you know. So if, say, I get hurt one fight, I'm out 6 months, you know. This is how we sustain our lifestyle. So at the end of the day, we got to sit down. This is business, so we sit down, talk some numbers, and that's all my dad's job, you know. All I got to do is stay here, stay focused, and stay with this mindset I have right now, you know, break anything that's put in front of me. And that's literally what I've been doing, is breaking anything that's put in front of me.
You sure have. The next fight, potentially a title shot or a couple more down the line?
That's
or
what
do
I'm
you think?
shooting for. Definitely next two. I feel 15-0, man, it doesn't matter where you're fighting, who you're fighting. At 15-0, you deserve a title shot.
Yeah.
Even if it's everyone says, who have I fought? I mean, I'm down to fight anybody. I've been lined up to fight some of the top guys in our weight class, but I'm gonna just do what I gotta do, you know?
Yeah.
Keep kicking ass and taking names. That's what the Mercenary does. He signs that contract and does what he does best.
I love
Take
it.
people out.
I love it. I was thinking about it. I like the Mercenary, obviously, but I was thinking also you might like this. AJ 47. Not quite, but maybe one day when you get it. Well,
that
maybe
AK is not that accurate, but I mean, hey, I like it. It does come with some power. I do like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So 13-0, you know, trained by one of the best trainers in the game, in my opinion, and your trainer, but he's also your father, is telling me that you were born for this. He's telling me you were built to fight. What do you think he means by you were built for this?
I would say it's the mindset, you know, the mindset, just the trials and tribulations of life, you know, the stories, just being aware and around of the things that I've been around in my life, you know, going through them, walking through them, you know, dragging through them, just getting through them, you know, and being able to share the stories with everyone else. That's the big part, you know, and that's something my dad always did and a lot of people didn't like. He used to speak up on his stories and try to expose the real to people. So with me, you know, I just kind of stay in my lane, do what I got to do, and learn, you know. Knowledge is power, and that's something people don't like, is knowledge, you know. If you're knowledgeable, then that's a lot of power to have, you know, if you're smart and quiet.
You know, I think also by built to fight, though, he was kind of alluding to you being physically built to fight, very gifted, long reach. I told him, do you think your son, and of course maybe he's biased because he's your father, but do you think your son is better than John Jones? And he says John Jones doesn't have my son's athleticism. What would you say to that?
John Jones has had to mild his skills down because people haven't caught up to him yet. So I get what my dad's saying. With the 45-pound division, it's a lot faster, so I get to utilize a lot more of my elbows. I haven't even really started playing with elbows, you know?
Yeah.
No one's really saw me throw elbows yet or knees. I'm just really getting in the groove of figuring things out. So I get what he's saying. Yeah, I haven't even reached close to my potential, you know? We're literally just getting started. And that's the phenomenal part about it. That's why he tells me don't rush it. But I'm like, man, I don't care where I'm at right now. I can go hang with anybody in any organization, anywhere. Yeah. And he knows that. But he wants to make sure when the time comes, I'm more than prepared. So I continue to walk through these guys, even at the top level, at 69 seconds, you know? So go walk through Patricio, go walk through Conor, go walk through some nice names anywhere, anytime, you know? And that's what he means. So, yeah, I get what he's saying, and I've been bred for this, you know? Pull-ups since I was a kid, long, lean muscle. I don't go lift weights, you know? I'm a long, lean person. It's repetition, and that's where my athleticism comes into play, you know? I like to I'm dancing out there. I'm literally out there having fun, and that's what he means by, like, I was made for this. John Jones does the same thing. He goes in there, he smiles, he's having fun. He's made for it, you know?
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Conor. Your dad, in the last interview I had with him, he said that you would beat Conor, and the way he said it, it was just so confident. It was so believable.
I beat him at his own game. I'd stand up with him. Everyone knows I'm a wrestler. I can go out there and take him down and play the jiu-jitsu game. No one's even really seen my jiu-jitsu. I've had a couple front headlock chokes. No one's seen my triangles. No one's seen my arm bars, my key locks, my leg locks. Like, I'm sick on the ground, but it's entertainment. So I'm gonna go out there and throw these things and give the people the show they want to see. And Conor's a great striker, but at the end of the day, he doesn't know how to fight southpaw or orthodox. I'm switching southpaw and ortho, you know? He's got a beautiful step back left. Okay, let's see how that works against another southpaw. It's a different angle, you know? Different angle plus wrestling. I think it'd be a great fight. I'd love to fight him. It'd be an amazing fight.
I'd be excited to see it. AJ, anything you want to tell the public? before I let you go here, and then if you can, give us your social media so people can follow you around a bit.
Hey, stay tuned in, guys. 2019 is the year. I promise you that. I'm coming for not one, not two, any and every belt. That's the way we're doing it. Stay tuned, guys. AJ McKee 101 on my social media, Snapchat, Instagram. Stay tuned and let's take it over. God bless.
I love it, my man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, AJ. All right, man.